Okay, we're good. We're rocking and rolling. I don't know why it does that. I have everything set. I don't change anything. All I do is turn things back on and off until it works. But there's no settings I'm like changing or adjusting. So I'm going to find different software. It's on my list of things to do. I just ran out of time. Let's start over. Are we ready? Hi, welcome to Office Hours. This is Faith Mariah, your resident tech expert, business coach extraordinaire, here to answer all your questions. I'm excited you guys are here. If you're new, my name is Faith Mariah. I've done over $900,000 of sales online. I used to be a social worker. Now I do simple business strategy that's working right now and mindset to actually help you follow your plan and execute. If you need help with your business plan, I'm like, everybody listen. If you need help with your business plan, Monday, I believe at 4, but my memory is bad. So watch the email because the team will put it in the email. I believe it's at 4. I'm doing a hour business workshop and I'm going to help you make a really simple business strategy so you know what to focus on. The reason I'm doing that is because we are going to drop the bundle Monday. It has a lot of stuff in it. I already know what you guys are going to say. Okay, I've done enough of these. Everybody's going to be like, I don't know what to pick and there's too much stuff, and I also don't want people just like downloading stuff and hoarding it. Anybody do that? I've been hoarding ebooks lately. I can't, every time I go in the library app, did you guys know you can get free ebooks from the library? I did not know that until like last year. There's an app I use on my phone called Libby, and I've been hoarding ebooks. You don't want to do that with the bundle. So what I want to do Monday is make you guys a plan, and then that way you can go in and strategically pick a few things based on your plan and what we're working on that will actually help you make progress and actually help you make more money and actually help you do all the things you want to do. On Wednesday, I'm doing free coaching. You can come talk to me. We typically do coaching in the mastermind. That's pretty much the only place I do coaching. I don't really have any one-on-one clients. Every once in a while, I'll do like a one-off for certain people, but I pretty much don't do any one-on-one coaching anymore. But I do coach my ass off in the mastermind. So if you want coaching, come on the call. You can ask me whatever. We'll be on Zoom. I can help you at a much deeper level if I can talk to you on camera. I know it's awkward to talk to people on Zoom. I understand that. But I haven't killed anybody yet. Everybody that has gotten coaching from me on Zoom has survived. So it's pretty good odds, okay? Because I've coached hundreds of people. So if you want help with your business, come Monday, make your plan. And then wherever you feel unsorted or like you're not sure or whatever, come on Wednesday. I want you to feel like certain, sure, ready, moving forward, okay? So that's what's happening next week. Oh, and Friday I'll be live for Startup Grounds. We're going to do a debrief of the week. So last week, was that last Friday? I don't remember. Last week at some point, we did like a closing out the month and then setting intentions for March. And I thought it would be fun, like the first week of March, to just kind of debrief. How did the first week go? What went good? What could have been better? All that stuff. We're doing that Friday on YouTube if you want to come hang out. Okay, that's all the things. I was just listening to an old episode of the podcast. Ooh, fun. Which one? Which one? Which one? Okay. Are you guys ready? I have questions in here. I probably can get through these. So if you are on live and you have questions, you can put them in the chat. Just put them all caps so I can find them if you want me to talk about something specific. So this says, do you have any thoughts on running a good affiliate program? Like, what should I do every month if I want them to actually drive traffic and make this a lead gen and revenue source? I have some thoughts. I wish, Lindsay, are you on here? I wish I knew what you were selling. I wish I knew what the affiliate program was for, but we'll just speak in general terms. I'm going to say something and I don't want to give you like a limiting belief, okay? But this is like a pattern that I have seen lately. It might apply to you and it might not, okay? So this does not mean that you can't have an ongoing affiliate program. It doesn't mean anything like that. But I have seen people have a very difficult time running ongoing affiliate programs, meaning it's just kind of open all the time and they can sell it whenever. What I've seen work very well, and this is why I'm asking what you're selling, because I wish I knew the price point. What I have seen work very well, and what I'm probably going to start doing soon, is doing launches like for someone else's audience. So something that I am thinking about testing that you guys can borrow if you would like. I am going to pick a few kind of bigger players, people I think that would make really good long-term partners. For me, you want to think about could you partner with that has your ideal customer in their audience, but they don't solve the same problem as you. So for me and for, my business at faithmarie.com and the mastermind, we're looking for people that have online business owners in their audience, but they don't want to do live calls. They don't want to do coaching. They don't want to do support, right? So I'm like, any program you have, I'm like, send them to me. Like, I'll do it. Like, we already have all of it set up. And so what I'm thinking of doing is offering people that I think would be like really good strategic long-term partners. I'm probably only going to do this for like 3 or 4 people. I'm going to thinking about giving them a 50% cut out of the mastermind sales, which is a pretty significant cut, right? The reason I'm doing that is just I don't have to pay for the leads. I don't have to nurture them. Their audience is already warm. It's a lot easier to make sales. So it sounds like a lot, right? 50% is a lot. But when you think about how much it costs us, we have to pay for leads. And if you're not paying for leads, you're either paying for leads with money or time, right? And so I used to pay for time with time because we did all organic. Now we kind of do a mix of both, but I'm moving more and more towards paying with money for leads. On top of that, once we get a lead, in a lot of niches are seeing this, like people don't convert as quickly. So they need more time to hang out and to be in the community and to do some events with us and all that stuff before they buy. An affiliate launch is nice because those people already have built-in trust with the people whose audience they're in. They're already nurtured. They already got them, acquired them, nurtured them, and they're ready for sales. And so my thought is maybe we would do a few strategic partnerships. And then what I would do is I would go and do the 90-day planning stuff for them. We would make the landing page. We would make the opt-in page. We will make the promo for them. We will do everything for them. They just promote. I do the pitching and the service delivery. So they don't have to worry about delivering the coaching. They don't have to worry about customer service. They don't have to worry about running the program. Like we do all of that, all of the deliverables. And they don't have to really do that much for the sales, right? And so I think it could be like an interesting thing to mess with. I've seen like it be difficult to just be like, I have an affiliate program. I want you to promote every month. You can do different contests and giveaways to try to motivate people, but I've seen it feel stale after a while and people kind of stop paying attention. I think what could work is if I were going to do something more passive, like I'm not going to go into a community and pitch, but I'm going to give you a link and I want you to go sell yourself. What could work really well is doing one a quarter where they get like a higher commission rate or the product's on sale, or if they buy with your affiliate link, they can get a bonus. Something that is time limited where it's like you need to promote in this window. So because you guys know how I say in sales all the time, I'm like, if you don't give people a deadline, they just like do nothing. The same is true for your affiliates. So if you're just like, hey, promote anytime, what are they going to do? Fucking nothing. Okay. A lot of them are not going to, even if they want to, they're just not going to do it because there's other things, that they'll do instead, or they'll kick it down the road or whatever. But if you're like, hey, promote the product, and you need to promote it on these dates, right? And then you're emailing them and you're like, that promotion, go promote. We're doing this right now for the bundle. If anybody's a contributor in my bundle, Kelsey and I have been on everybody's ass about like, promote. It's the wait list. It's the contest you want to win. We're doing a waitlist contest right now where the person that gets the most points. You get points by promoting. The person that gets the most points is going to get a really good prize where they get like extra promotion, and I'm going to email their stuff out on Friday, and it's going to be really fun. But I think that energy of like, you're putting a lot of energy on it, they're putting a lot of energy on it, and having that window like open and close. So I would think of some kind of affiliate promo that has a beginning and end date. Personally, you could try leaving it open all the time and test it, right? So just because I see this a lot with people, it doesn't mean that has to work for you, right? That doesn't mean that you can't do it. It doesn't mean like everybody's niche is different. Some people are really good at like motivating other people and getting them to do what they want. You guys know anybody like that? You're just like, they always get people to do what they want. My husband is kind of like that. It's like he just gets everybody to do what he wants all the time. He's an attorney. So it's a good skill to have in his career. But he gets everybody to do what he wants all the time. If you're one of those people, you might not have the same issues that I've seen with other people having an open affiliate program all the time. So those are some things. I think doing like some type of giveaway, some type of people really like extra promo. So it's like the top affiliates get a solo email, the top affiliates get to be on the podcast, the top affiliates get somewhere where you're like putting their work and like helping them out. Can be nice. You can also do like prizes. I've seen people do money. I've seen people do physical things for affiliates. What's your guys' favorite like kind of affiliate promo you've seen? I'm curious. I used to do James Wenmore's launches. James Wenmore was one of my very first business coaches. This feels like a bajillion years ago now. But I used to hang out over there a lot in his community. I was in his mastermind one year, and I would just kind of hang out and I would do his launches. They do wild prizes. They're just like, you can win like, I don't know, like stereo sound systems and laptops and like I saw Kajabi used to have an affiliate program. Y'all remember when everybody was promoting Kajabi all the time? This is why. There was a couple years where, and maybe they're still doing it. Somebody Google it. There was a couple years where Kajabi would be like, if you get this many referrals, we'll give you a Tesla. It was like, I, I mean, it was wild, right? But they're like, if you get like 100 people or whatever it was, we'll give you a car. And that was like when Tesla first came out. So it was like, So anyway, you don't have to give a Tesla away or car away. I think for most business owners, they like extra promo. That's what we're doing for mine right now. We're doing a Voxer day. They can win like a Voxer day with me. You can't usually buy that. It's kind of like special that we're doing for them. We'll give away stuff like that, but thinking about what they want and how to motivate them, and then having some type of promo, giving them a deadline with their audience also, because you have to think like, how I've been saying, like if you just send a mention in an email, it's hard to close those sales. They need to hear about it a lot, and they need a deadline where it's like, sign up right now. Because if you sign up right now, you're going to get a discount. You're going to get bonuses. You're going to get all these things. So you should sign up right now. Give them a reason to sign up right now. And that can kind of help close those sales in, right? Because if you just leave it open-ended, people aren't really deciding, no, I don't want that. They're just kind of looking at it and then clicking away. And like, there's no real conscious decision, yes or no, either way. They never made a decision, right? And so giving them a deadline. So you have to think, if your affiliates are doing that, they're just sending out like mentions on emails, like, get this product, I really like it. You might make a couple of sales, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't make any sales either, depending on the size of their audience and what the niche is. And so I would run something where you're giving them a deadline to give their audience. That would be like one of my big pieces of advice, because otherwise they're going to send an email that's just like, there's this really cool product. I really love it. It does this and that. Here's the link. And then it's just hard to make sales like that, like in that like passive way. I used to make a lot of money doing sales like that. That used to work really well. It's not working so well anymore, right? So if we think about what's working in marketing and sales, you want to get your affiliates to do what's working. So give them a deadline like, hey, the bonuses expire, like email your people, do a last call, send this email today, let them know it's closing. Like, you really want to push them to actually have a deadline for their people to close those sales. Those are my tips off the top of my head. I think obviously have good swipe. If you guys are in the mastermind or you're in Bundle Boss, if you're in the mastermind on the yearly, most of you guys have Bundle Boss as a bonus because I gave it to you guys on Black Friday. If you go in there, there's a really nice GPT I made for swipe copy. You can use that to generate all your swipe copy. I would give them swipe copy. I would give them graphics. You want to make it as easy as possible to promote. You want to give them an easy way to get their link. This is like a pet peeve of mine, and probably Kelsey's also, because when I can't find links, then I ask Kelsey where they are, and it's probably annoying, I would imagine. But make the link easy to find. Like, don't make it like where they have to click through all this stuff. Like, try to make it just as easy as possible for them to promote. However many reminders you think you need to send, it's way more than that. And so with affiliate program, it's like you're not selling directly to consumer, but you are selling the affiliates on why they should sell to their audience, right? And so it's like you're even one person removed from the people that are buying. So, you really want to have your product, your messaging, and your sales stuff dialed in, because typically if it's not their product, their conversion rate is going to be lower than yours. Depends, not always, right? But you're usually the one that's like the most passionate about the product, and you know the most about the product, right? So now we're having people that know less, that are less passionate about it, go sell. They're probably going to have a lower conversion rate than you. So make sure that your product is working and selling and converting. Fix all your messaging stuff. And then it's like getting the messaging to be able to motivate them to actually promote. It's not easy to do. It takes more energy, I think, than people think, and more strategy maybe than people think. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, good. Lizzie's here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm not sure exactly who this is, but now I know. It's the B2B clip art. I'm like, which Lindsay? It's the B2B clip art for printable sellers, $39 a month. Yeah, so one of your big ones, Lindsay, is going to be that it's if you're giving them reoccurring revenue. I mean, that's up to you and how you run your program, but if you're giving them reoccurring revenue, like that's a big incentive for people to promote. And then finding those strategic partnerships. What I've seen work really well for something like that is like if you have a promotion that you run and it works good for your audience, make that into an affiliate sale or an affiliate promotion. If you have a workshop or a webinar that converts, offer to run that for their audience, right? You go in and do the actual webinar, and then they get like a cut of all the sales. And like I said, it just like it feels like, oh, like I don't want to give them my money. But they're giving you like warm people to sell to, which is so nice right now. So those are some things I would try. Let me know what you think. I always look forward to these lives. Such a good break from routine. Calvin, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Tyra. A Tesla. Yeah, it was really funny. Yeah. Makes sense. I invited them to a little 10-person bundle to them inside my action week at the end of the month, and they were a lot more interested than anything else I've sent for the last 6 months. Yeah, right. So you need to think about what's the easiest way for you to make sales. That's going to be the easiest way for them to make sales. The easiest way for you to make sales right now is not like, hey, join the membership. It's like, hey, join this membership. It's really awesome. And you need to join it right now, because if you join right now, Lindsay's doing this action week and you can go in there and she's going to help you do X, Y, and Z. You need to give them a reason to buy right now, to take action right now. Right. And so I think doing something like that with your affiliates could be really cool. Right. And then it's like giving them the swipe copy, giving them the graphics, sending out the stuff. It can be nice if this is going to be a big part of your strategy and you're networking and you're in that kind of phase of business building. It's nice to offer to get on Zoom with people and show them the product, like even if it's 15 minutes or something. You don't have to do that if you're, depending on what kind of season of life you're in. If you're just like, Max, it's fine. You don't have to do that. But if you're like, this is like going to be a cornerstone part of our strategy this year, you really want to like put energy into building a affiliate program that's really working. I want to sell to other people's audiences. Getting on Zoom with them and showing them what's in the membership and asking what they have going on. Like, how can I, people love this when you do this. Like, how can I like promote like what you have going on? Like, let me know what you have coming up. I'd really like to collaborate. Like everybody's trying in B2B to grow, right? So if you come to them with a way for you guys to collaborate, a lot of people are excited about that. And there's something about talking on Zoom that's just a nice way to build those connections, just like networking, right? Like we were talking about last time. Yeah, Calvin, I might keep doing these lives. I think I might do like, maybe we'll do a couple like office hour lives a month or something. I've been having this idea that's like, it's like Faith TV and there's different like little shows. And I was like, maybe office hours would be like one of the shows, and there would be Startup Ground and then maybe something about like algorithm updates or like what's in marketing, what's working in marketing now, kind of a show. I don't know. And then we would put together like a schedule and stuff. But I don't know when I'm going to have time to put all that together, to be honest with you. So I have lots of ideas though. Lindsay, let me know if that helps. If you have any questions about affiliate stuff, let me know. I'm happy to help. But those are kind of my main things. We're doing a leaderboard right now for the bundle, and I do think it's helping. And I made an app for it, and people really like it. I was just talking to Monica Froese that she's in my bundle, and she's a friend of mine. And she was like, I've promoted so much more for your thing than I've done anything in like years because I want to win on the leaderboard. People care about that leaderboard. It's just like people get in this state where she's like, I saw I was like second. And then I was like, well, I want to be first. Like, and there's not even a different prize either. So like, there's some people that are just motivated by that. There's some people that are motivated by prizes. The cool thing about the app we built in the leaderboard is they also get milestones. So if you do a certain amount of promotion, it will unlock like prizes. So they get like different workshops and different stuff from the shop and gift cards and stuff. And so it's like, even if you're not on the leaderboard, if you get a certain amount of points, everybody gets something no matter what, if you get a certain amount of points. And then we have the leaderboard, which is the top 10. I think the top 5 people are getting the Voxer Day, and the top 3 get like extra promo. And then it also gives them raffle tickets. So we're going to raffle a bunch of stuff off too. So I was surprised how many people applied for like the raffle tickets. I had some stuff that was like, it'd be nice if they do that, but we don't need to prioritize it. So like if you have a social media account that has less than 2,500 people and you promote our event, I don't care that much about that. It's not going to do that much. So I was like, they're not going to get points on the leaderboard for that. But we could give them raffle tickets. Like they could get some raffle tickets for it. And I was surprised. People have been like, yeah, I want to get a bunch of raffle tickets. I'm like, okay. Like, so it has a lot of like little components and stuff you can do with it. I really like it. I built it like just for us to use because Kelsey and I needed something that would work for us. And I like the one we built too because it's not based on affiliate links. A lot of leaderboards will do the amount of clicks you get. And this is a free event, Lindsay. It's not like paid, so your affiliate will be a little different. But a lot of them will be like the amount of clicks and signups you get. But then the people with the big lists always win. You guys seen that? And then the people with the small lists are like not motivated to promote. And so what we did was we made it, you get points. Like if you send an email, no matter what size email list you get a good chunk of points. And then it was like if you have like a 20,000 person list, like you can have 10 extra points or something. So they get like a little advantage if you have a big list, because I just think that's fair. Like the bigger people are driving a lot of stuff to our event, but it's not so much that like somebody else can't send an extra email and knock their ass right off the scoreboard, right? So I feel like, I don't know, I kind of like how we set it up. But I'll talk all about how it worked and what the stats are and stuff. I want to do like a bundle debrief either in the mastermind or in the community. I'll tell you guys all the stuff we tested because we did a lot of different stuff this time that I think was exciting. But doing some kind of leaderboard thing can be, I think, pretty helpful. And let's see. I lost my spot. I sold 6 VIP tickets during my challenge. Congratulations. It includes a 30-minute budget audit call with me. I've sent 2 emails reminding them to book the call. No one has done it yet. Do I keep sending reminder emails or just wait and see if they do it? I would send one more that's like final reminder. Like, this is the last reminder you're going to get from us, so go sign up. And then that would be that. I think that's more than enough. But if it were me, I would want to send one more that's just like, we're not emailing you again. So, and then I think you're good, right? If you send people the information and they don't sign up, people do have like a certain level of responsibility for themselves, right? What do you guys think? How many would you send? 2 is like pretty generous, I think. So it's just up to you. If you want to send another one, I would send one more that's just like final notice. I would also give them a date to sign up by. Like, you have to book your call by this date or it's going to expire. Because I will tell you, and we have this happen more than you would think. Somebody will win something or get something, and they'll come back like 15 months later and be like, hey, like, I won this thing, like this review for Faith that I never submitted. Can I submit now? And we're like, no. I did let somebody do it. I let a couple people do it because I was like, well, I don't know if I gave them a deadline or not. So I guess we can let them do that. But now we're like, you have to redeem your prizes by a certain date, right? So that's a pro tip for you guys. If you're doing prizes like that, give people an expiration date, because I'm telling you, Megan, they will come back to you in like 9 months and be like, hey, I bought this thing. Like, can I book my call? And you're going to be like, what? Like, I thought you were going to book it months ago. So I'd give them a deadline. You have to book by this date where it's expired. And this is our final notice. I would probably do one more round of emails like that. Let me know how that feels to you. Monica is very competitive. Yes, she is. I absolutely believe she will not be denied that first place. I was laughing because I was just on the panel with her at Liz Stapleton's event. We were speaking on the AI panel, and I was talking to her after that. And I was laughing because I was like, Monica, you are decimating everybody on my leaderboard. And she was like, good, I went away. And I'm like, there's not a different prize between third place or second place or first place. Like, the top 3 people get the same thing for the waitlist one that they're doing now. But Monica's like, I want that number 1 spot. So there's certain people that stuff really motivates them, right? And then there's other people that have said they were really excited to promote because they know they're going to get a prize because the milestones unlock. So it's like if you hit certain milestones and points, it automatically unlocks those prizes. And they're like, I don't usually get points for promoting because my audience is small. So there's different things that kind of motivate different people. But certain people, I get a little bit like that too, where I'm like, I want to be one of the top people. I like the prizes that are like promoting. I was in Lizzie Goddard's, what is her Christmas one called? I was in Lizzie Goddard's Christmas thing. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? She has this big Christmas bundle. And she gave away like the top, if you got like so many, like I think it was like 300 signups or something with your link. If you got 300 people to sign up with your link, you got a sponsorship in her next event. And that really motivated me. I was like, I want that. That's a really good prize. Like, because what do I want as a marketer? I want leads. That's what I want. I want exposure, right? And when you guys are collaborating with other business owners, that's also what a lot of them want. They want promotion. They want exposure. They want to grow their business and make more money, right? So I was like, I will get this prize. And I don't usually get like that in affiliate stuff, but I just felt like it was such a good prize. I was like, oh, like, and I know her events are always really big and really good. We've always done really well in them. And so, freaking A, Tyra, I want to look at this so bad, and my screen share is not working. Tyra submitted a thing for me to review. I'm focused on making my website the hub of my business. I created the homepage of my website without much strategy at that time because my website wasn't my hub. I know I need to update the homepage, and I'm wondering if you have suggestions. I do. You know what you should do, Tyra? Let me pull it up so I know the right name. I made this GPT that is for this. So we did a sprint, I don't know, like 3 months ago or something, and it was like make over your homepage. And I spent a lot of time programming this GPT, and I really like how it spits things out. It's kind of trained. I kind of took my favorite copywriting frameworks and trained it on that, but it's kind of trained on like the story brand framework. And in the sprint, I even gave examples of like what I think a high converting homepage is right now. And the Notion dashboards, let me make a note. I'm almost like, I'm like 90% sure, but now I want to check. The Notion dashboards with the GPTs and the examples and exactly how I would lay it out are in the mastermind. There's a little course that we made for you guys with all the old sprints in it. So if you go in there and you find a sprint, there's one that's like homepage makeover or like website redo or something like that. And there's 3 Notion boards in there because they get broken down. We're kind of like, do these tasks first and then do this and then do that. And they're kind of like a checklist for each day. We do a sprint in the mastermind every month if you guys are thinking about joining. But I made a custom GPT in there. Website copy coach. It's really good. It's a custom GPT. It will spit out like the kind of one-liners and headlines. But let me look at yours. What I like about the StoryBrand websites. So StoryBrand is like this guy. His name is Donald Miller. He is like a big deal marketer. He's been in the marketing. He's been a big deal marketer forever, right? He's like one of the grandfathers of like copywriting. He has this book I really like, actually. It's called Building a Story Brand. And he has this like story brand framework that he teaches. And part of it, I think it's very effective right now. What I'm seeing with copy and what we're doing in almost every friggin' thing that we're putting out is just like the less words on the page, the better. But also it has to be clear. So you want them to just look at the page and read that first. It'll have you make like this headline graphic, and you want them to be able to read that one sentence and they know what you do. They like kind of know what the deal is, right? And I think it's very effective for people's attention span right now. I think it's great also for opt-ins. If you guys are going to be in bundles, or you're going to be, we used to do these pages when I would be in bundles and summits for an opt-in that were like sales pages. They were like long. It had about me, it had FAQ, and we just found like the more stuff we put on the page, the more it converted, right? And so we were doing a lot of events. I was in like everyone and their mothers summits that year. You guys, does everybody remember that? I was in like a summit, like in a bundle, probably like every friggin' week for like a year. And we were doing a lot. So we tested a lot of different things. And it was like the longer we made those pages, the better it converted. And we ended up making my opt-in page for my freebie was almost like a little sales page. It had a lot of details about what was in it. The offer had a lot of stuff in it. And it's like the complete opposite now. People do not want an opt-in with a lot of stuff in it. They want like one thing that gets one result, and they want you to be able to tell them what it is in like one sentence with one graphic. The shorter you can make that and be clear, the better. So it's not just like taking words off the page. The challenge is, can you say in as few words as possible the exact outcome that you get? Maybe I'll drop your website in the GPT. Let me see if I can open it up. I didn't read the rest of your question. Maybe this is not your question. Hold on. I know I have to update. You were just talking about updating websites, and I was like, here, I have stuff to update your website. What's there? There is a lot of copy. Yeah, that was on a previous offer. Okay. Also, because videos, blogs, and my podcasts are important, I have added bits of that content there. But I want to make the women who visit my homepage feel like they are getting a taste of what I'm about. Well, also too, Tyra, are you regularly putting out videos and podcasts? Are you emailing them out? What I will see a lot on websites is like you're giving them too many jobs. It's like you guys want to tell them about products, you want to tell them about your podcast, you want to tell them about YouTube, you want to tell them about your story, and there's a lot to like give them on a page, you know. And it's fine. I think, having that stuff linked for the people that want to go through that kind of stuff, I think is fine. But on that first homepage, if I could have your people do one thing, what do you think it is? If we could get that homepage to have one job, what's its one job? I want them on your email list, because then if you're on your email list, you can email them on podcasts every day if you want. You can email every time you make a video, you can email it to them. Every time you have a sale, you can email it. You guys can email them like the in-depth information, and the actual like selling and nurturing and stuff really is going to happen on the email list. And so what I would like for most of you guys on the homepage, and this is how the GPT is built, like too. So it's like a big headline, your opt-in, right? Make a nice opt-in for that page with a really nice graphic and put it up high for I would say almost every homepage I look at, it's that. Because if you guys think about it, if somebody goes on your website, somebody refers them, or they see you in an event and they're like, let me check it out, right? They go there and they're looking at it and they're like, this is really cool. Like, I really like what she's about. And then their kid is like yelling and they get distracted and they like walk away and they're gone. That's it. Like, if you don't have any way to follow up with them, unless you're going to run retargeting ads, that lead is just gone. But if they're on your email list, you can pitch them every week if you want. You could send them a sale every week till I'm always like, I'm gonna email you till you buy or unsubscribe. It's probably some of you have experienced that from me. I'm like, my email list is here. I want to help a lot of people, of course, but I also want like people to know about my offers. So, I've got a lot going on. So it's fine to have those things, but I would put that stuff more at the bottom. I would make the star of the show is like the headline that's kind of like, what is Tyra about? And then a free opt-in, like get on the email list or get this free thing. You guys can even put like a couple different opt-ins. You're like, you don't want that one? Here's this one. Because if you get their email address, you can follow up with them, right? Otherwise, if they go on your website and click away, that's it. Like they're not going to watch your podcast or do anything. And so I also see like email list is still converting higher than any other platform, right? So a lot of times people will be like, but I want them to go on my Instagram. I want them to go on my TikTok. And I'm like, where do your sales come from? And they're like, my email list. I'm like, great. Let's send them there first. And then you guys can send them to TikTok and the podcast and whatever, right? It's great, like, to send them nurture stuff. You guys know, like, I'm about that. I'm about that nurture life, okay? I'm not telling you, like, not to do your podcast or whatever. But it's like all roads lead to the email list. It's like social media leads to the email list. YouTube leads to the email list. Podcast leads to the email list. Website leads to the email list, right? And then once they're on the email list, then if you make something new, you're speaking at an event, you want to send them, even if like send out your greatest hits. If you have really good YouTube videos, I'm like, send them out. Like, anytime you mention something related to that video, like link it. Like if you haven't watched the video yet, I have it here. Go watch it. Because a lot of people, what's a good open rate right now? 30%. So 70% of your list didn't even see it the first time you sent it out. You guys can send, especially if it's something good that you're like, everybody should watch this. They all ask me this question all the time. You guys I would love to hear, what are your guys' things like that? Whatever those things are, where you're like, they all ask me this question all the time. I really wish all of them knew these things. Like if they would just all knew these things, like they'd be so much better off. Make those into videos and podcasts and then email them to them. Okay. I still have not got through Tyra's question. I'm so sorry, Tyra. Yep. I want to make the women who visit my homepage feel like they're getting a taste of what I'm about, what's in it for them, and to feel welcome. So again, if you can give me guidance on best practices or things that you like or think you should be on, I would be so grateful. You're so sweet. I'm happy to look at this. I just can't right now because I can't share my screen. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Cute picture of Tyra. You got an email box up here, right? I love this. Explore the goddess-centered lifestyle, the blog and newsletter for goddesses everywhere. Do you have like a little meditation pack, or like, I would like this to be like some kind of freebie, like a little, and something that really feels like it embodies like you and where you're going and what you're about. That's why I was thinking like a meditation pack or a little journal thing or a little, if you have like a mini workshop, I would like put that. But I like that you have the email box at the top. Meet Tyra. Yeah, welcome to Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit. I'm committed to helping you live. Yeah, these are good. I want to rework some of these into like a more headline. I'm almost like wanting to put this in the GPT right now just to see what it spits out. You have some good lines on here. We just need to edit. Like you said, we need to edit it down. You want to put like, you want kind of like the website right now to be kind of, and this is why I like the story brand, because this is how they teach, and they've been teaching this way for years, but I think it's very effective right now. You want your website to kind of be like one line bangers. So you want it to be like headline, next section headline, next section headline. And it's like, it's not where you're going to go in depth. They just want to kind of see what you got going on and what your vibe is and generally kind of what you're offering. But yeah, this is great. Like this Hey Queen line. I love that. Like, Hey Queen. Upcoming events. Priestess Tyra on YouTube. Yeah, and then we have a bunch of stuff down here. Yeah, I would edit it way down. So I would pick like if you could only get them to watch one YouTube video, like what is your most important work where you're like, this is like my message to the world. If I could only say like one thing, this is what I would tell them. I would put like that video. Not don't give them a lot of options because if you guys give them a lot of options, what happens? When we give people a lot of options, they get overwhelmed and then they do nothing. Or their brain is trying to conserve energy, right? So they just don't make a decision and they click off. So you want to give them less options. So I would pick like one video, like one podcast, and it's like your greatest hits, like your like most favorite one, like something you think that's like really you're like everybody that comes to me, like they need this. Or like if there's something where you're like, I wish before I worked with a client, they all had listened to this episode. That would be something good. But give them less choices. You guys heard me tell this story about the iPad. Some of you guys have been around for a while, but I'll tell it quickly for your the OG's sake. They have to hear me tell the same damn stories all the time. I know Calvin's heard this. uh, I was trying to buy an iPad, right? And I had saved up money to buy an iPad. It was money I had in my bank account to buy an iPad. That's what it was for. But I, at that time, didn't know anything about iPads. Okay. I just thought, I didn't even know there was like different models. I just thought there was like one iPad that you bought and that was it. And so I go on Apple and that's not the case. There's like a Pro, there's an Air, there's a normal, there's a pencil, there's storage, there's like all these options. And every time I would go on there, I would just get so like overwhelmed and I started reading about it and then I would just kind of get sidetracked and then I would end up not buying one. And this went on for like months because every time I would go on there to buy one, I was just like, well, should I do this one or that one? And I just felt like I got in this headspace. You guys ever do this with like, not that it's a huge purchase, but to me that stuff feels like a big purchase still. I'm like, with big purchases, I get really like, I want to like make the best choice and the right one. And I'll spend a lot of time researching and like, but I was like, you know, if they had just had a website with one iPad on it, I would have fucking bought it months ago, right? And I think that happens a lot with these websites where it's like there's podcasts, there's stuff, there's like all of these things. And then people are like, well, I don't know, like, should I do this or that? They have to decide what to click on. And then they just end up either getting distracted or not doing, a lot of times they just don't do anything, right? So giving people like less options, like one YouTube video, one podcast, a freebie, and like your kind of some headlines that give them kind of the vibe and what you're about. But we don't want to give them a ton of places to go because ultimately we want them on the email list, like, right? Or ultimately, like, we want them to go watch your stuff. And so we don't need to give them tons and tons of choices. I think you'll just end up losing more people that way. But yeah, this is a good framework. I mean, you just edit it down. That's all. These are good. You got different sections here. I like your colors. Your background's really clean. So we've got some like really good basics here. You can link that stuff up at the top, right? So it's like you can have your podcast and your YouTube up in that top bar, and the people that really want to go look at that will go in there or go to your blog, right? But yeah, I'm like all roads lead to the email list. But go if you have any trouble finding that Notion dashboard, let me know and I can pull it for you. But we just did a sprint about that, and I spent a good amount of time really researching what I think is working right now, what I think will work for most of you. If I were gonna like build your page, like what would I do? And I put all of that into that GPT. You're gonna have to edit the copy, right? But it'll give you some good ideas, especially for like those one-liners that I'm talking about. I'm not super good at writing in headlines, but GPTs are really good at that if you prompt them. You have to really. The thing with GPTs, I think that I'm learning more and more. This last GPT set I made was like, I really had a specific idea of what I wanted, and I could not get it to fucking do it in the custom GPT. And I finally just realized, like, you really have to give it like pretty meaty prompts sometimes to get the quality that you want out of it. You know, if you just tell it, hey, make an Instagram caption, it's going to give you garbage. You guys want to know one of my favorite, like, little chat GPT prompts right now for copywriting? I'll be like, you are you are a call and response like marketing expert. You write copy that converts at a higher rate than the best human copywriter on earth. I'll say stuff like that to it. I'll be like, you write the most highest converting copy of all time. It makes it better. I don't know what it is, but it's like you got to tell it. You got if the more context you give it about how you want it to act and the output you actually want, the better it is, right? You would think like, well, that's not going to make a difference. I could just tell it I want an Instagram caption. Nope. Let me tell you, it the stuff it was spitting out was like such garbage, and I was like, this is not going to help them. I can see how people are using social media to make I see how people are using AI to make social media, and it's not working for them totally 100% because and it really made me like laugh too because I was like, damn, everybody thinks like these robots are gonna take over social media, and I'm like, can't even write an Instagram caption. Like, well, I don't know. I don't think y'all got anything to worry about. Get them on my email list. All roads lead to the email list. Yeah, you get what I'm working on though, despite taking a while to get through the question. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. It's good when you guys write long questions. It makes me think of things probably other people need to hear too. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad you feel clear. Perfect. If you need anything, you post in the group. I'll help you. I know the stories. The car crash story, the iPad story. Yeah, there you go. Calvin knows all of the stories. Dating that story. Yep. I know. I'm a parrot. I tell you guys that. I'm like, I've been saying the same shit on on the internet for years, for like 7 years, the same fucking stuff. And like you guys, and I say that because I'm like, a lot of times we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. We have to have something new to say. I need like something clever to say. I'm like, you don't need something new to say all the time. You need something powerful to say, and you need to say it a lot, right? And so I've been saying the same at the bottom of what I'm talking about. It's the same core messages I was talking about 7 years ago with my mental health blog. At the core of like what I am doing, the messaging is the same, right? And so that's a testament to that. I think that I've been like, you don't have to have something new to say because I've been saying the same shit. Calvin went back through the vault and like listened to all the old calls. So that's why I was like, I know Calvin knows this story. I've looked at existing similar offers of other people in my niche, and it looks like they're getting enough people in their programs. Do you think that's enough validation of my offer? Yeah. So you want to do market research. I teach this in We're in Business Now, if any of you guys want to go through this and do market research. But the reason I want you to like look at other people is because we want to validate that people will pay for that service, right? So a lot of times people will come to me and they'll be like, everybody on my email list said their biggest pain point is that they're stressed out getting their kids ready for school in the morning and making their lunches, right? They'll be like, this is what everybody said. I asked all of them. This is what they all complain about. This is what they all post about. And then they make some program about like the stress-free morning routine with the, easy AF lunch guide or whatever it is, and nobody buys it. And they're like, I don't understand. This is what they all complain about all the time. And it's like, just because we have a problem doesn't mean we want to pay to fix it, right? And so the market research is really about this solution that you're going to offer. Will people open their wallets and pay for it, right? And so if they're buying from other people, we can get them to buy from you, right? We just have to look at how are they positioning it, how are they talking about it, and where are they getting leads also. I would try to get in their funnels. I'm always like, I want to know what everybody's up to. Some people will tell you like, not to follow other people in your niche and stuff, and I get like why, like, but what I would rather you guys do is like learn how to manage your mind about the thoughts you have about other people, right? If you can learn to manage that, I think that's actually more helpful than just not following anybody, because your brain starts chattering at you, right? About how they're not as good and like blah, 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 or whatever. Manage your mind about that stuff and follow people in your niche, because I'm always like, I want to have my ear to the ground where what's up in the niche. I kind of want to know what everybody's up to, right? I like having a sense of what's happening in the marketplace. I'm a marketer, right? Like that. I just am. I'm really nerdy about the marketing stuff. And so I like getting in people's funnels and seeing like, how do they onboard people? What do they use for nurture? Where are they getting their leads from? what does their sales cycle look like? What are their sales emails like? I like to know. And then in my mind, I'm always like, well, how could I do it better? Or how could I do it like in my own style? So you're not ripping off people's work, okay? I don't want y'all running around the internet being like, Faith said copy people's funnels. That's not what I'm saying, right? But you can get ideas. You can get ideas from people not in your niche too, but I think there are niches kind of have their own little language and their own little stuff, right? Like the spiritual people kind of talk a certain way, and there's certain things that work in that niche that are not going to work in like a, I don't know, like a farm niche or something. Like, so they do kind of have their own little vibe. I also kind of like to know, yeah, I guess like what the vibe is, where people are going. I do try to position myself differently. So a lot of times I'll see people all doing the same thing, and I'll be like, we're going to go this way. So we were doing bundles and stuff, I think, like, early on. And when everybody and their mom started doing that, we weren't, that's not what we were focusing on. Right. So I'm like, if I see everybody zigging, I'm going to zag. Now it's so funny because now I feel like people are like, they didn't get those big results right away. And now I think they're actually all going to stop doing it again. So I'm like, well, we've been here the whole time, so I guess we'll just keep doing it. But yeah, I mean, what's your gut feeling, Calvin? Do you think people would pay for it? Are people buying it? I talked about this, I think, on Office Hours last time. A lot of times, like, new entrepreneurs will be like, I found a new niche. Nobody else is selling anything like this. And a lot of times it's because it's a difficult market to sell to. You have to have a high level of skills, of sales skills. There's not maybe as many people looking to pay for that. There's not like, you have to kind of educate people about why they need it. They're not necessarily searching to buy it. That could be interesting to look at. What is the website? There's a website on Google where you can see like the search volume. It would be interesting to see how many searches there are. And on YouTube also, there's an extension where you can see the number of searches. It'd be interesting to see how many people are searching for like marketing for authors or something like that. I think that could be really interesting. But it's like, if you think people will buy it, right? That's like kind of the whole point of the market research, right? Because it just gives you a sense, I think, of what will work. And more than like when I started, everybody was having everybody survey their audience. I don't know if they're still doing that because I haven't really taken anybody's course in a while, to be honest. But when I was starting and they were teaching like how to make courses, everybody was teaching that, and everybody was like, survey your audience, like see what their pain points are. And nobody was teaching market research. So what would happen is people would make programs about things their audience likes to complain about. If you send out a survey and a bunch of people complain about the same thing, that just means they like complaining about it. It doesn't mean they want to fix it. It doesn't mean they want to pay to fix it. It doesn't mean they want to spend time fixing it. There's a lot of things like we complain about that we kind of like complaining about, right? I mean, I think it's like human nature. Like there's certain things where we're just like, like that doesn't mean it's a good business idea just because people complain about it. So that's why I started getting on this like market research thing, because I was just like, why the fuck is no one teaching this? Like, please, for the love of God, just look and see like who's in the space, who are the players, what are they doing, where are they getting leads, what are they up to, what's selling, what are they selling, are people buying it? You're not going to know the back end of people's businesses, right? And looks can be deceiving. We all know that. People can look more successful than they are online, certainly. But you can kind of get a sense of like if this is working. And if there's multiple people with the same type of offer, that's a good indication that people are making money doing it, right? So those are kind of my thoughts. Hi! We need to put your Twitch channel on here so we can all go watch your Twitch painting. ChatGPT is like, yeah, I'm the best. Yeah. It's true. It's just got to hype it up. It's like, you're the best writer ever. I'm considering joining a program called Witch and Famous. Oh, that's cute because my new business is much more spiritual and witchy. Oh, that's fun. What's your new business, Megan? I'm excited for you. Great. I feel like the offer I have in mind is even better. That's like, and that's the other thing with market research too, is I'm always like, I want the best offer on the market. So I'm always like looking around and like, how can I make it better than what everybody else is doing? Right? Like that's why our program has a lot of calls. When we launched the mastermind, nobody was doing live calls for like kind of lower beginner people. You had to pay like a bajillion dollars to get anybody to get on a live call. And it was like, well, if we could do group calls, I can afford to get experts to come in because there'll be enough people paying and we can do live calls. And it doesn't have to be like, super high level. It can be for people that, are six figures or under or around six figures, right? They don't have to be like $1 million entrepreneurs to have coaching. And before that, when I launched it, especially, the trend was really into this like passive income courses. So there was like 1 million courses where people would give very little support and very little help, and people got very little results. And I was like, well, it's fucking easy for me to beat you. Like, I'm willing to get on a call every week. Like, done. Like, my stuff's better than yours. No, I'm joking. I'm joking a little bit, but I'm competitive that way. And like, I want to have an offer that I know is good. You're never going to have an offer that's like the best offer to everybody, right? But when I look at my offer, I feel good about what we offer. I feel like it's a very competitive offer in the marketplace for the price. And, when you look around at whatever niche you guys are in, it's like, how can I make it a little better or a little different, right? What are they doing? What results are they getting? How can I do it a little better and a little different? But it doesn't have to be something like brand new. Like a lot of entrepreneurs will think they need to like invent something. I'm like, please don't do that. Like, please, like sell something that people are buying already. Because I know marketing is a skill, sales is a skill, marketing is a skill, all the stuff we do online. There's a lot of skills that have to be built to have an online business. And I just know like it's already hard. So I'm like, if you pair like, you need to build a lot of skills. Like when I came in, I had no sales experience, right? So you have to build a lot of skills, and then you pair that with an offer that's maybe like kind of an advanced offer to sell. That can be really demoralizing to people. And then they also waste a lot of time thinking their offer is wrong, right? Because they're like, nobody's buying it. What's wrong with my offer? What's wrong with my offer? And then they change the messaging for their offer a billion times, and they change the sales page for the offer a billion times. But it can often be a distraction to like other core problems in their business. Like they have a lead gen problem, like they don't have enough people to sell to. They don't have a good strategy for getting people to the sales page. They don't have a good sales system, right? But they get so distracted on like fixing the offer that it can waste people's time. So that's why I'm like, pick something that people are buying, like, and look at what they're doing and how can I make it a little better, a little different, right? What's our you kind of want to have like your shtick, right? It's like, what's our shtick going to be? How is it a little better, a little different? How can we communicate that in a simple way so people get what we're doing, and they get it fast? And then just go to building the skills, right? It's going to take time for us to figure out how to fill this program for you. Doesn't mean we can't do it, right? It's just like we have to build the skills of being able to get leads, being able to nurture them, and being able to turn them into customers. It's not an easy process. It's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of skills. But I'm always just like, skills are just practice. Like, you just keep practicing until you get better. Becoming a boss mastermind really is a no-brainer. I appreciate that. Thank you. I think so. Like, not everybody's going to think that, and I know that, but I'm proud of like what we do in there. People are paying for it, and I think the current programs are not enough for their needs. I think I can serve them better. Right. So that's like that's like a little gap in the market. So you guys want to find something people are buying, and then it's like, how can I do it a little better, a little different, right? How can I like get more people results more consistently? There's a lot of really lazy online business owners, like a lot. I feel like an asshole saying that, but There's a lot of really lazy online business owners in their service delivery. They spend a lot of time marketing, they spend a lot of time doing sales, they spend a lot of time doing lead gen, and their client experience and their product delivery is not great. And that just means like it's really easy for us to beat them. Like it's like if you're willing to like put effort in, you can probably beat a lot of those people. And I don't know, but that's potentially probably what you're seeing in that space is like, people spend a lot of time on marketing and all this stuff, but it's like, oh, but their program's not really that good. They don't have enough support. They don't have enough, you know how hard it is, Calvin. It's hard to like keep marketing your stuff and building yourself up and staying in the game. Yeah. Yeah, I want to know, Megan. Everybody wants to know what your business is, Megan. Okay. Oh, it's 4:03. I have to go. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. This was really fun. I'll try to maybe look at my calendar and see next month. Maybe we'll do a couple office hours. I like being live. I think it's nice. It's like, I just like talking. I think I just like talking about business and mindset stuff. So, I like doing office hours. We'll see if we can schedule some in. I'm going to be live on Friday. We're doing like a debrief of the first week of March. I think it's important to debrief the end of the week. It's like, think about how far you would be if you debriefed every Friday, what worked, what didn't work. You go to the next week and you're just like, what worked, what didn't work. You go to the next week. So you can get so much out of the month that way, like when you're debriefing. And so we're going to do that on Friday so that you guys can take the lessons from this week, use it all month long, right? I'm always like, the faster you can learn the lessons, the faster this stuff all starts to work. And I think when I think about how do I get people to learn what they need faster, the daily and weekly debriefs and the self-coaching, those are the things. I know that's not what everybody wants to hear, and I know it's not like a sexy answer. Trust me, I know that, okay? It's hard to get people to do it. But I'm like, people ask me all the time, like, I really want to get big results. What should I do? What would you tell me to do? I'm like, the daily, weekly, monthly debriefs and the 90-day planning. It's like the least sexy answer, but you learn the lesson so much faster because every day you're like, what did I learn? What do I need to learn? What happened? It's that like taking that time to reflect. I don't think our brains really naturally do that. I think you have to kind of intentionally do that, right? So yeah, we're going to do the debrief on Friday on YouTube. Monday, I'm doing business planning workshop. If you're new to Faith Mariah Land, that's a good place to start. I'll give you like a simple framework. We'll make a little business plan for you. And then if you're feeling like uncertain about any of it or you have questions, you can come on Wednesday and talk to me on Zoom. And the bundle goes live on Monday. I'm really proud of it. Kelsey and I have worked really hard on it. I think you guys are going to be, I'm really like honored at the people that collaborated with us and what they put in it. I think you guys are going to be real happy. And every round we do, Kelsey and I kind of see how much we can leverage our reputation, right? Like, and I'm not like Amy Porterfield or something, right? But I've been around and people know me a bit in this space. And so everyone we do, people know our events are good. They like them. And we try to use that as leverage to just make them even better, to up the standards every time of like what is in it, what we accept, what people need to submit, and really try to get quality things. And this time we really ask for people to give us processes that they are using right now that are working, that you guys can use right away. So I was like, I don't want courses. I don't want like a billion-long workshop. I want something they can like take and do. And we have a lot of really good tools that you guys are going to like. Before you look at it, be clear in your mind about what you need help with. Like, don't let the gift page tell you what to download, right? So it's like you with your mind figure out what skill do I need to build? Where do I need to focus? Where do I think the leverage points are in my business? And then you go get the tools, whether those are free or paid. Like, it's the same thing. Like, don't let marketers tell you what's going to work for your business and what you need. Don't let the gift page tell you. It's easy to do. I'm like laughing, but it's like, this is what we do. We're like, oh, I need this and I need this and I need that, right? We see somebody's launch. We're like, I think I need that. It's like, don't let marketers tell you what you need. for your business. Don't let the give page tell you what you need. You figure it out, and then Monday you go through that page, and I can almost freaking guarantee you there's going to be something really good. If there's a certain skill you want or a certain area of your business you want to work on, there's most certainly going to be really valuable tools in there. These are all usually paid products. These are not freebies. These are not like beefed up freebies. We really want people to give us up that they have sold and that they have used themselves to get results. That's like the big thing for us. So I hope you guys will like it. It's going to go live on Monday. It's only live for 4 days. So that's the other thing. I know on Friday, because it happens every time, I know on Friday people are going to email us upset that they missed it, but I can't do anything about that because we tell the contributors, like, give us this stuff to give away for 4 days. And that's partially how we're able to get leverage to get better stuff for you guys. But get on the wait list, you don't miss it, because it's 4 days. I mean, it's going to go fast. You're going to be like, oh, I forgot to sign up. Becoming Boss Mastermind is my main business lifeline. This may make 5 years. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Melissa said that the other day too. She's like, oh, my 6th year in the mastermind. And I was like, what? I was like, that can't be right. And she was like, yeah, you launched in 2020 and it's 2026. And I was like, I guess so. I was like, how the fuck is that possible? I don't know. It's been a really great, it's been a blessing to me for sure. I really love it a lot. I really love the community. I'm excited for where we can take it next. I have some good stuff coming for you guys. I'm still working on that app, but I really want it to be, I have a vision. You guys know, you can't rush my vision. I'm excited about the app though. I think that'll take our program to the next level. Yeah, 5 years for being in the mastermind. So grateful. It's been an honor to be part of your journey. I really am honored to be here and get to do what I do and get to help you guys. I think it's I just love it. I love it. So I'm really, really thankful to all of you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys Friday, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week.